So I have to eat my words so fast here, it's kind of wild. In my previous Cold War video, I played the beta, and I was insanely harsh on the game. However, I am a notorious piece of shit. I love Call of Duty and buy it on the yearly, so when the time rolled around, yeah, you bet your ass I still bought it. I made a whole video on how bad the beta was and how it should likely be delayed, and yet I still bought it. Why? Because I buy Call of Duty every year. I need a fun competitive shooter. I need a fun, casual, sit down, turn my brain off, shoot things shooter. I need one I can go back to all the time. And I need all my massive backlog of single player games. Once I have all of those, I am truly complete. So I bought Cold War, and you know what? Cold War is like really good. I originally wanted to break this down and do the like good and bad and mixed, kind of like an updated version of the beta video that I did. But I won't do that, because I want to start by directly addressing the fact that everything I complained about in that beta video was addressed. Literally all of it. I said the netcode was bad and they brought it back to where it was in the alpha. I said the weapon animations and shooting is lackluster in terms of look and sound, and they were adjusted overall. While I said the guns felt good, they totally changed how recoil works for every single weapon, and it feels even better now. The movement was changed as well. Sliding now doesn't make you go as far or as fast, and now it's also faster to just stop sprinting in aim down sights instead of slide into and aim down sights. The sprint out works better now than it did before, as well as the timing on it has been tuned. Spawning has been completely reworked on all maps, so my complaint for that's just totally gone. Operators are now chosen by what side they're on, making them feel different, allowing you to tell at a glance who you're up against instead of having an entire team of addlers on both sides. The gunsmith has all descriptions reworked and changed, and no longer had stuff like flashlights adding ammo or the shortest barrel adding the most range. All the stuff I was mixed on, I've become positive to with the new changes. All the ways I said it can be improved, we're done. Audio was totally reworked on all weapons and maps. Killstreak earning was adjusted, and the guns feel wholly changed. The game is in a significantly better place than it was before, and that beta was so bad, it was nearly completely unrepresentative of the actual game's release. It reminds me of the Avengers beta. I wanted to get that out of the way first, because I was very, very harsh on the game's beta, and going back and looking at that video and talking with my roommate, it was deserved. That game had a lot of issues. Like, looking back at it, that beta was just bad and terrible compared to how the full release feels. And the beta was so recent, I thought there's no way they can fix all the issues that they have here. There were too many, they were too consistent, it was too many little nitpicky things that ruined the whole experience. But turns out, if you throw enough studios at a problem with enough money, you can fix those problems in under a month. I have a few problems with the multiplayer at this point, but those are mainly just weapon XP is too slow and some of the challenges are kind of buggy, both of which will be changed and adjusted with time. They've already said that, so I really don't have too much to complain about. I must say, I'm really blown away with the turnaround on this. It's such a significant change that I was expecting to think, yeah, it's better, but it still needs work, not think, this is as polished as Modern Warfare was, at least at its own launch. And now that's where it's at. It's impressive work, and though I haven't had a chance to play through with every single individual weapon, the improvements shown here are enough to make me want to keep coming back and get to work on the Dark Matter grind, as soon as I get my stolen account back. However, the seasonal updates are what ruined Black Ops 4 for me. Black Ops 4 at launch felt good, but the updates and locking away content kind of killed it for me. This game is supposed to follow the Modern Warfare formula, which I loved and I think is the best way to keep updating a game, but who knows how it could actually change. There are also, as I mentioned before, still some issues. The XP gain on weapons is insanely slow, and this is likely due to Cold War having close to the lowest amount of guns in any Call of Duty game. I actually counted them all recently. This game has 28. The lowest ever were Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Black Ops 4, with both launched with 27 guns. Say whatever you want, but that is a very low number, especially when it's compared to the 41 weapons that Modern Warfare launched with last year. Yes, it will be getting more guns with time, but even still, will it get enough? Also, apparently aim assist is very broken on controller, and a lot of people are having bad visibility issues. All of these complaints can easily be fixed with updates, however, so I don't think it's fundamentally broken like I did before. I just think it still has some problems that need some work. There's been a lot of complaining online, but honestly, it's very good for what I was expecting from it. It's different from Modern Warfare for sure, but that's a topic for a whole other video. The campaign was super stellar. It follows the typical Black Ops formula and is a worthy successor to the Black Ops 1 storyline. Within saying that, however, I want to say it didn't feel all that much like a Black Ops game, which kinda makes sense. This game started development as the spiritual sequel to Call of Duty World War II, so it makes a lot of sense that it doesn't feel like Black Ops and feels way more like World War II did. Due to this, while the game does deliver on being a Black Ops sequel, it does still miss out on some of the stuff that will make it feel even more like a Black Ops game proper. Mason, Woods, and Hudson feel more like outliers to the events than they do central components or characters. It feels like a game that was crafted without them as central components to the game, and then just added them back into the story to fit characters that were there already, which honestly makes sense because that's basically what it is. Sledgehammer and Raven worked for 2 years in this project before it was handed to Treyarch and branded as a Black Ops game. So it makes sense that it would be missing some of the things that really make Black Ops into Black Ops, however, it's mostly there. Multiple vehicle missions, over-the-top action, it's still there, just less. Having recently played through Black Ops 1, you can really feel how they tried to keep that formula going. However, the story also had more quiet moments than a normal Black Ops game, which is likely due to differences in design between Treyarch and Sledgehammer. Stealth sections, sections with optimal objectives, sections with choices to make that feel very good and feel very, very new are very different from the typical Black Ops formula. There were choices in Black Ops 2, and sadly the choices here don't reach the same peak as that, though they are used very well and add more replay value. They do feel different as we haven't seen them in over 8 years. I even replayed missions in my first playthrough because having these extra missions meant you had to find the intel from the other missions to actually complete them properly. There's side missions, you see. They branch off from the main story and are little random offshoots. If you don't find all the intel for them or crack the codes, then you simply don't get to play through them. And I don't want to spoil anything of the campaign here, so the footage I'm putting on is from one of those side missions. Overall, it's a very good campaign, and I highly recommend it. If you choose to get the game just for the campaign, you will not be disappointed. As far as zombies goes, I'm not the best person to ask about it. I haven't really enjoyed the zombies of the last few games. It mostly comes down to me not really enjoying the grind of the Easter eggs and having to work way too hard for them. This zombies is far closer to World War II zombies, and I enjoy it immensely due to this. It actually has objective markers for how to get the Pack-a-Punch, but not for how to get the Easter egg, which is perfectly fine for me as it means I have helped doing the most basic stuff to get to the higher levels. I'm unsure of how all the mechanics will work in the long run, but most of my super hardcore zombie friends that are playing it are super mixed on it. But personally, I'm having a ton of fun with it and can easily see myself coming back to it over and over. In conclusion, this game's in a much better state than I originally expected it to be. I was ready to say don't even bother after the beta, but at this point, you might want to consider picking it up. It has a fantastic single player that harkens back to the Black Ops of old. It has really surprisingly good multiplayer that I'm going to keep going back to for a good while. And zombies that a lot of people seem to be enjoying. So if you like Call of Duty and you want a solid game to chill and play a bit of, I'd say for sure this one's worth checking out. Thanks for watching. Alright, this video took way longer than I wanted it to. I had planned to try to get it out as soon as I could after the game actually launched, but I wasn't sure because I really didn't like that beta, and I didn't want to put out a video and then just be like, oh, it's not that it's good, I'm just super excited because it's something new. I wanted to be sure that I actually enjoyed it for itself, not just for it being the new game I purchased. That I wasn't just excited to have something new and I wasn't happy, it was fun for all that. And so I waited a little longer than I wanted to actually get this video out. I'm also sorry that there's not a lot of different footage in this. I didn't have much time to record it as my saved progress was potentially getting wiped the day after recording all the footage. Like, I'll break that down a little bit. My Activision account got hacked, so all I could do is record the footage I had before I got my original account back, which I'm recording this audio at 9:24 a.m. on November 18th, and I'm supposed to get my account back today, potentially. So I was like, oh shoot, I need footage for this video. I'm gonna record all this footage the day before I get my account back, because I was writing the script and playing the game and just trying to make sure all of my thoughts were the right ones before I actually got to record it. So, yeah. If you want to know more, check my Twitter on the account stuff. I'll put updates in it there. But as of right now, My Activision account was stolen and all of my Modern Warfare progress, which was full Damascus, and I purchased a bunch of anime skins, and I've been playing for all of the seasons, was completely stolen from me. It happened 2 days before Cold War launched, so I'm on a temporary account while they try to get back my old account. So, nothing I do in this game will actually last, and no level I get to, or weapons I unlock, or skins I do, are actually going to last, because if I get my account back, this current temporary account gets completely wiped. Which, by the way, was 5 days, because again, they told me it would be a week, and it's a week as of recording this today, so I had 5 days to play it and level up, and then all of my progress gets totally wiped. And I really have no idea if my whole account will get wiped or not, so that's fun. I wrote the script on day 6 of 7 of them telling me, hey, it should be a week to get the account back. And today I'm recording this audio on day 7 of 7 of them telling me, you will get your account back within a week. So here's hoping. I hope I get it back. I would really be fucking depressed if I didn't, because I spent over 200 in-game hours trying to get Damascus, and I spent like $70 or $80 on anime skins over time because I really enjoyed the game, and now I just have nothing to show for it. It's all gone. If I log into Modern Warfare, I'm level 1, and God, it sucks. It sucks so much. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm going to go to work for like 9 hours after I finish recording this, so hopefully I get, hopefully I come home and my account's back, or else I talk to Activision support again and cry some more, but that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and again, I'll post updates on whether I get my account back on Twitter. You can also follow me on Twitch, where I stream constantly now on a non-regular basis. So, yeah, if you want to follow me more and get updates on that, check out either one of those things. I'll put the links in the description, and thank you for watching.